Hey, Amanda, what's going on? I heard you and my brother are moving in with our parents. Why are you all suddenly deciding to live together? Well, your parents asked us to move in with them, that's why. Did they really? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Yes, well, they approached us about it last month. We've been discussing the details since then. Huh? Mom and Dad specifically asked you? Yes, they did. We were surprised too at first. That doesn't sound like them at all. What exactly did they say? You've heard that they've been having problems with their joints lately, right? They're worried about living alone and asked if we could move in. That's ridiculous. They wouldn't say that. When I visit home, they seem perfectly fine. When was your last visit? They've been struggling more recently. I was just there 3 weeks ago. They looked fine to me. Maybe they're just putting on a brave face for their daughter because they don't want to worry you. When we visit, they're clearly in pain. They've been telling us that their joint pain has been getting worse lately. What did you say? I'm just telling you what I've observed. Your parents might not want to worry you. No, I mean, what exactly did they tell you about wanting help? They said they're worried about managing on their own. They've been really pushing for us to move in. And you just agreed, just like that? We thought about it carefully before deciding. So you're just going to move in with them. Stop acting so noble. You're obviously just after their inheritance. Excuse me? You heard me. This whole thing is suspicious. I don't understand why you're jumping to that conclusion. No normal daughter-in-law would agree to live with her in-laws. Most people would turn them down. The fact that you accepted so easily is suspicious. Of course, I had reservations at first, but I couldn't just abandon them when they seemed to be in so much pain. So Tom and I made up our minds to move in with them. Oh, you're so selfless, aren't you? Such a perfect daughter-in-law. That's not what I'm trying to say. Are you trying to show off how caring you are toward my parents? You're talking about doing the right thing, but I know you have ulterior motives. That's not true. Then why didn't you discuss this with me first? I'm their daughter. I assumed they had already told you. I absolutely don't trust you. I bet that you're just planning to get your hands on our inheritance while you're living with them. I'll have to visit more often than before to keep an eye on you and make sure you're not up to anything sneaky. If you're that concerned, why don't you move in with them instead? Don't you have any plans to move back from New York? What? Are you trying to get me on your good side to get rid of me? Not at all. I'm just asking since you seem so worried. None at all, though it's not that I don't want to move back. Oh, really? Why do you sound so skeptical? I'm just trying to understand the situation. Of course, I'd love to move back home and live with them if I could, but I'm just so good at my job that my company absolutely refuses to let me quit. I see. Well, I guess we'll have to move in then. Don't act like you're doing everyone a favor. That's not my intention at all. Well, at least I can visit on weekends. That way I can protect Mom and Dad's inheritance from you. Sarah, I really think you're misunderstanding our intentions. I understand perfectly. Just remember, I'll be watching you. Sorry, Tom, this whole moving in with your parents situation just got more complicated.
What happened? Is something wrong?
Your sister Sarah just called. She's suspicious about us moving in. She thinks we're after your parents' inheritance. She says she's going to start visiting every weekend.
What?
She got really upset when I told her about the move.
What exactly did she say?
She accused me of having ulterior motives. Said that no normal daughter-in-law would agree to this. Of course, I denied it, but she wouldn't listen to anything I said. She kept going on about protecting their inheritance.
I can't believe her. I'm so sorry you're getting dragged into this, Amanda.
Maybe she feels like she's losing her parents to me. Sarah really loves them. She even makes regular trips from New York to visit, doesn't she?
You don't have to make excuses for her behavior. She's absolutely wrong.
I'm just trying to understand where she's coming from.
It's not that innocent. She's probably just worried about her allowance getting cut. She's the one who relies on their money the most.
What? She gets an allowance when she visits?
You didn't know about that?
No, they never mentioned it.
Our parents have always spoiled Sarah rotten. She was their long-awaited baby girl, so they just can't help themselves. They give her several $1,000s every time she visits.
What? That much? I was expecting you to say it was just a few hundred.
It used to be less, actually.
How did it get so high?
They started out with a couple $100 bills, but between our parents' dotting and Sarah's manipulation, it somehow grew to that amount. On the other hand, when we visit, we don't get anything.
If anything, they often ask us to send them money. I was wondering why they needed so much, but now it makes sense.
It's been going on for years.
Why didn't you tell me about this before?
I was embarrassed about the whole situation. I hoped that I could get them to stop before you found out. I'm sorry. I keep telling them to stop giving her allowances if they need to ask us for money. But they won't listen to that either. I'm really sorry they have to deal with this family situation and have to move in with them with me.
I told you to stop apologizing about the move-in. They're my husband's parents and I want to help support them.
Amanda.
Sarah doesn't plan to move back from New York, so I figured we'd end up taking care of them eventually. I've been mentally prepared for this since we got married.
I really can't thank you enough.
Let's try to look at the bright side of moving in. With us there, they might find it harder to keep giving Sarah money. Maybe they'll finally start saving for their retirement.
You think that will work?
It's worth trying, isn't it?
You're right. I've been worried about their finances of all that money they've been giving away. Having us there to help manage their assets would be good for everyone.
Exactly. We need to make sure we don't end up having to cover all their care costs in the future. We have our own life to think about too.
I'll try not to burden you any more than necessary. I'm going to do my best with this living arrangement.
We're in this together, Tom.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Just promise me we'll face whatever comes next as a team.
I promise, no matter what Sarah says or does.
I hope that alcohol disinfection worked properly. If beer wasn't enough, I can always throw whiskey on you next. What are you trying to do? You suddenly show up, throw beer on me, and then try to kick me out of the house? This is my parents' house, not yours. That doesn't give you the right to assault me. Disinfection, you mean? I can't let parasites like you spread any further. Oh, and by the way, I'm moving back home starting today. What? You heard me. I already brought my bags. You can't just show up and announce that. This is my family home. I have more right to be here than you. I just can't stand you anymore. How dare you treat my parents like they're children? You're just a daughter-in-law. You don't have any right. From now on, I won't let you do whatever you want anymore. When have I ever done anything like that? Do you want a list? Because I have one. Please, enlighten me. You've been doing it every single day since you moved in. I heard you immediately took away their pension and put them on an allowance. And you're even making them do housework. Isn't the daughter-in-law supposed to handle all of the chores? Who do you think you are? Who told you all this? Mom called me crying about it. There are reasons for everything. The allowance system is to help your parents regain their financial sense. They were spending like they were still working full-time. They weren't just using up their pension, they were dipping into their savings too. They need to stop spending so recklessly and save up. That's none of your business. It became my business when we moved in. So what? They worked hard until retirement. They should get to do what they want. And who's going to take care of them when their retirement money runs out? They'll need care as they get older. Hospital stays cost money, and just because we're living with them doesn't mean we have unlimited funds to help. Don't take us for granted. I'm doing what I can to keep them as independent as possible for as long as possible. You should be prepared for that. If you're going to live with them, you should help them with your money. That's not how this works. You're just making excuses. And about the housework, it's for exercise. They're always lounging on the couch saying their joints hurt. I understand that they need rest, but that doesn't mean that they should spend the entire day lying around. They've become really out of shape. The doctor told us they should at least do their own basic tasks. Stop making excuses. You just want to make my parents your servants. Stop lying about what the doctor said. I have the doctor's notes if you want to see them. Like I'd trust anything you show me. It's not a lie. And it's the same with their pension. The real reason you put them on an allowance is so you could steal their money. That's why you quit your job too, isn't it? What? Don't play dumb with me. When I heard you quit your job right when you moved in, I had a bad feeling. When I rushed over to check, I saw you carrying around a designer bag. You must have bought it with their pension money. I bought that as a treat for myself with my severance pay. The commute from your parents' house to my old job was too long, remember? I explained that I'm planning to find a job closer to here. Such convenient timing. I've already started applying to places nearby. I don't believe those lies. You probably don't even have a new job lined up. You're planning to mooch off my parents for the rest of your life. You're being even more unreasonable than usual. They say conversations can't work between people with an IQ difference of 20 points. Maybe because you're too stupid, you parasite. Excuse me? You heard me. Know your place. Only their real daughter gets to rely on my parents. A mere daughter-in-law like you has no right to take advantage of them. From now on, I'll protect my parents. That's why I quit my New York job and came back. So you're saying you're moving in too? That's right, but I'm quite germophobic, so I can't stand dirty things. Better to disinfect parasites early. If you have a problem with that, you can leave. Thanks, I will leave. Good, finally. Crawl back into the dirt where you belong. Then the trash should go back in the trash can. We're leaving this house so you garbage can live happily together. What? Did you just call us garbage? Oh, I'm sorry, that slipped out. I've been trying so hard not to say it. Even if you are garbage, you're still his family. You called me garbage again? If the shoe fits.
I'm sending you a hotel URL. I've already booked a room. Let's stay there for a while. Check in right away and take a shower. You must be upset after having beer thrown on you. I'm so sorry about my sister.
Thank you, Tom. I got the link.
Are you okay? Did she hurt you?
Just my pride and my clothes are ruined.
I can't believe she would do something like this.
You don't need to apologize, Tom. Thank you for booking the hotel so quickly.
It's the least I could do. I should have seen this coming.
None of us could have predicted this.
I'll head over once I pack our stuff from the house. When we meet at the hotel, we can start looking for a new place together. Even I've reached my limit. I told them we're cutting ties.
What? You cut ties with them? But you were so devoted to your family.
They crossed the line today.
Are you sure about this?
I've never been more sure of anything. And frankly, I wasn't really devoted to family. I was just trying to be a good son because my parents only had eyes for my sister. I wanted their attention, wanted them to like me. But now I understand. I don't need approval from parents and family like this. I've had enough of trying to suck up to them, only to have them ignore me when my sister's around.
Tom.
It's taken me too long to realize this. I'm sorry. I should have done this sooner for you, for our sake.
You don't have to do this just for me.
You've always been there for me and tried to understand how I felt. You even agreed to move in with them for my sake. And then they treat you like this. It's unacceptable.
Thank you for standing up for me.
Don't thank me. I really should have done this sooner.
What did your parents say when you told them?
They're still defending Sarah as always. I've done enough as a son and as the eldest. We even paid back quite a bit of their loan over these past few months. That can be their parting gift.
Are you really okay with this?
More than okay. I feel free.
You're right. I'll wait for you at the hotel then. Good luck with the packing.
I won't be long, taking only what's essential.
Be careful. Sarah might still be there.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to the hotel safely.
Text me when you're on your way.
Will do. See you soon.
Please, Amanda, come back. I can't handle these loan payments alone. Oh, now you want to talk? Please, this is serious. Don't be so weak. You've been mooching off your parents all this time, right? Think of it as paying them back. Paying them back, but it's $60,000. Not my problem anymore. How can you be so cold about this? Well, you're the reason for that loan, aren't you? You kept begging them for allowances, taking thousands each time, and they ended up taking loans just to keep giving you money. That's true, but I have my own loans. I can't pay back other people's loans, too. What? You have loans, too? Yes, that's why I came back home. Interesting how the truth comes out now. I didn't want anyone to know. But earlier you said something different. You said you quit your New York job and came back because you were so worried about your parents living with us. I know what I said. So which is it? That's part of the reason, but there's more. New York rent is really expensive, and trying to keep up with everyone else's lifestyle. Before I knew it, I was $40,000 in debt. $40,000? Really? I couldn't keep up with the payments. After all that talk about your amazing job, the debt collectors started calling my workplace. In the end, my managers told me I had to quit. Wait, but weren't you saying that your company wouldn't let you quit because you were such a valuable employee? And that you were so good at your job? Actually, that was a lie. What? I couldn't admit the truth. Go on. I lied. I was exaggerating. I was just a temp worker. A minimum wage temp with no qualifications. So that's the truth. That's why I came back home. I thought Mom and Dad would help me. I thought they'd just give me money like they always do. Looks like you're the real parasite. Maybe you should pour some beer on your own head. I will. I'll pour anything on my head. Just please come back. Let's all work together to pay off the loans. Help me with my loans, too. After how you treated me? I know I was horrible. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. I don't want anything to do with people we've cut ties with. What? You heard me. Tom wouldn't really cut ties with us, would he? What's with that reaction? Obviously, we're not going to help. But we're family. How can you not help? Who was it that called their family parasites and threw beer on them? Oh, right. By the way, there's one more important thing I should tell you. I haven't even told Tom this yet. Your parents apparently have another loan they've been hiding. What did you say? Oh, you didn't know about that one either? Another loan? How? After they revealed their debt right after we moved in, I couldn't trust them anymore. I suspected there might be more, so I investigated during our stay. And surprise, surprise, I was right. They even used the house as collateral for this one. You mean they'll lose the house if they can't pay? That's right. And apparently they just spent all that money too. I'm honestly speechless. There has to be some mistake. How much is the loan? From what I found out, about $50,000. What? My loan is $40,000. Mom and Dad's loans are $60,000 and $50,000. That's way over $100,000. $150,000 to be exact. I was actually struggling with how to tell Tom about the hidden loan, so thank you for coming back. Now I won't have to worry about stressing Tom out with his parents' issues anymore. This is ridiculous. You're just dumping all the repayments onto us? Excuse me? These are loans that you all took out. Paying back your own loans is just basic responsibility. If you've done all that, then there wouldn't be any problems. Well, that's... nothing to say now? Please, there must be something we can do. Well then, I'm off. I'll take responsibility for making Tom happy. Good luck with your parents! After Sarah and her parents found out about each other's loans, they started trying to push the responsibility for repayment onto each other while ignoring their own debt. Both Sarah and her parents kept trying to contact Tom, crying and begging, "Let's make up, come back home." But Tom had reached his limit. He left all their messages on read without responding. We both applied for transfers to different states and quietly moved away. Of course, we didn't tell them anything, so we'll probably never see their faces again.
Hello, Kylie. Are you there? It's been so long since we last spoke to each other. I was just wanting to talk to you about something before I get super busy over here. You're coming to my wedding ceremony that's going to be happening soon, right? I was wondering if you had received my wedding invitation yet.
Wow, I'm sorry. What did you just say? Getting married soon? I never thought that I would ever get an invitation from you in my entire lifetime, Monica.
Yeah, I don't plan on going to the high school reunion because I'm getting married instead. You'll be there, right? I've decided to have my wedding this year. I'm really wanting you to come to this as you mean the world to me and everything. We're still best friends, right? Nothing can tear us apart, yeah?
Of course we're really close. Monica, I would love to be at your wedding ceremony and the reception as well. When do you plan on having it? Have you set a date?
Yes, about the date. The wedding is going to be on December 24th, so Christmas Eve. I'm going to have the most magical Christmas wedding ever.
Oh, really? You're doing it then? Oh my god, Monica, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'll be able to make it because I've got a business trip that I need to take just before the holidays to New York.
Huh? What the heck are you even talking about? Are you seriously having to work around Christmas time? But it's Christmas! You're supposed to be with friends and family at that time.
I know. And my company are so bad when it comes to giving everyone the holidays off, but we've gotten so busy here with more clients coming in and things like that. My work is so organized this year in terms of thinking ahead, so they've got me doing a bunch of work trips towards the end of the year. I'm really sorry.
Ugh. Why don't you just come out and say that you just don't want to go to my wedding? You're so horrible. Of course you don't want to go to a wedding of someone who stole your boyfriend. Are you seriously still angry about the things I did? You know that all of that happened over 10 years ago now, Kylie. Why haven't you let it go? I just don't get you, Kylie. I thought you would have been over it by now. You hold grudges for too long. I thought that maybe you would have forgiven me, but I guess not.
Well, you did turn around and say to me that I'm such a crybaby just because I got close with your boyfriend and that you didn't want to be friends with me anymore. Do you really not remember what you said to me back then? You were even laughing the entire time you were telling me what you did, didn't you, Monica?
Huh? What the heck are you even talking about? Do you really think that I said something like that to you? That's outrageous. I'm not that mean, surely.
Don't deny what I'm trying to tell you. Even now, I remember everything you said so clearly. After that, I never spoke to you again for the rest of our high school days. But if we're really going to talk about this, then I'll be honest with you. I've moved on from that part of my life, so no, I don't hold much of a grudge anymore about it.
Well, since you don't anymore, how come you don't want to come to my wedding? You're actually going to choose your stupid business trip over your best friend? Is work worth more to you than our friendship? That's so mean, Kylie. I thought what we have was a really good friendship. You're my best friend and I want you to be there to give a speech for me.
Oh my god, really? You actually want me to make a toast at your wedding reception? Seriously? That seems like such a huge responsibility.
It's because we've been friends for so many years and we've been through thick and thin with each other. Please, just make the effort to come and see me walk down the aisle.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, Monica. Okay, I'm sure there's some way that I can actually come to your wedding and not miss out on doing the speech for you.
Oh my god, are you being serious now? You're actually going to come to my wedding? You're not messing with me, are you? Because that would be such a mean joke.
Of course I'll come. I'll just have to ask my bosses at the company to try and switch the business trips around, or make it after Christmas or something like that.
This is fantastic. Oh my god, you're coming to my wedding. Thank you so much. I'll make it worth you changing your schedule. I'm glad you're going to put me before your work. Of course, that goes to show how much of an awesome best friend you are, Kylie. Okay, I'll make sure that you get the most special invitation in the mail shortly, instead of the lame ones. See you then.
The heck is going on here, Kylie? The business trip scheduled for December is canceled? Did you anger our important client in New York?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Mr. Lloyd. Actually, it turns out that the business trip can be done online, so I canceled the trip. I hope that it was okay to do that instead. It's just easier.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. But still, but out of the blue as we've been paying you to go. So it'll be a video conference like Zoom to discuss with them, right?
Yes, it's not just this time. We'll be using Zoom for future meetings too. The truth is, I wanted to rearrange the business trip for personal reasons. When I contacted them, they said it was okay not to push it and actually suggested switching to online meetings. They felt it was a hassle to have to come all the way for just a meeting.
The heck, Kylie? How could you do this? This is ridiculous. This would have been a good excuse to go to the east coast of the country for me.
The meeting content is perfectly fine over video conference, and when I checked with the department head, he said it would save cost. So from now on, there will be no more business trips.
Are you kidding me? Does that mean that I won't have any reason to go to New York anymore? This is unbelievable. I was really looking forward to it. I was looking forward to enjoying delicious food and hanging out with cute girls, while using the business trip as an excuse to escape boring work.
Mr. Lloyd, I don't get what you mean by what you're saying. What do you think a business trip is? It's to work, yes, not party, sir. That shouldn't be what we do.
Shut up! You really erased my important work plans. I had to desperately promote the importance of my work to keep the New York trip. You're my junior, and yet you went and did something unnecessary. As punishment, you can compile the documents instead of me. I'm definitely not doing anything since you decided to turn around and do this to me. Just because your sales performance was a bit better this month, don't get cocky. I've got work that the department head asked me to handle, and I'm dumping it all on you.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? First of all, you can't talk to me like that even if I'm a level below you. And second, New York was never going to be an excuse for a holiday. That's not fair. I already have a ton of work thrown at me by you. Besides, the Koishu project was really your responsibility, wasn't it? I only took it on because you insisted.
Shut up! I don't want to throw it at you. I had a prior commitment that day, which is why I handed it over to you. I never expected that the trip itself would be cancelled. If I had known it would end up like this, I shouldn't have entrusted it to you. Okay, it's already time to go home, so I'm leaving. I left the documents the department had asked for on your desk, so I'm counting on you for the rest.
Wait a minute. I never said I would take it on. No way. I can't wait. There's other things that I need to get done. You can't do this to me right now, Mr. Lloyd.
My wife is demanding. I come home quickly because our baby was born. Unlike you, a single guy being a dad is tough. So yes, you'll do the work while I go home.
In saying that, Mr. Lloyd, are you really planning to go drinking with that receptionist? I saw you trying to flirt with her during lunch. You're not very subtle.
You shouldn't sweat the small stuff like that. That's why you can't get a boyfriend, you know. Work is about cutting corners when necessary. Have a nice night.
Mr. Lloyd, you can't keep doing this to me or to other people in the office. You need to do work as well. You've clearly cut corners way too much. Hey, Monica, are you there? I've been trying to get a hold of you for the past few minutes now. For some weird reason, there's no seat for me at the ceremony. Could you please check with the staff about this?
Oh, wait. You're actually here now? You know what, Kylie? I'm so sorry that it's come to this. You're no longer needed today, so you can go home now.
Hold on a second. What on earth did you say to me? What do you mean that you don't need me today? You said that I was invited to your wedding, was I not?
Well, there's no seat reserved for you at the ceremony. A woman who's no longer needed is just a nuisance and going to be in the way of everyone. Look, the venue has already reached full capacity, and if we let you in, it wouldn't be a good look in terms of health and safety and such.
Excuse me? What the heck are you doing here, Monica? I'm no longer needed? You're the one who invited me, remember? You wanted to make up, but you turned me away like this? What's your deal, Monica?
To be honest, I just wanted to post about making up on social media, okay? So when I got a reply saying that you would attend, I was already done with you. Your role is over.
Are you kidding me right now? You literally use me to update your social media and get as many likes as possible on your post? I don't understand this at all, Monica. It doesn't surprise me that you did something like that and posted it for everyone to see. You always used to do that kind of thing at high school.
I don't expect you to understand since you know nothing about social media. I've been putting a lot of effort into my profiles. Thanks to the post I did about us, I'm now an influencer with tens of thousands of followers. But recently, I've been running out of things to post, so I need to do something about that. So I had an idea. I thought it would be fun to post about how I made up with my childhood friend after years of feuding. As I expected, the post went viral. Everyone was commenting how brave I was to reach out to you, and they were all congratulating me. I really love all the praise I'm getting. And of course, since I'm good with words, I posted it and started to get so many likes and comments. It's great. My ratings and followers have skyrocketed. You're just so mad about me stealing your boyfriend back in high school, aren't you? Why won't you let it go, huh? It's very annoying, actually.
So, is this the whole reason why you sent me an invitation in the first place? So you're really telling me that you didn't want to make up with me at all? We're not friends?
Wasn't I being obvious enough for you, Kylie? You're so stupid to fall for that. To be honest, making amends with someone is actually kind of boring. Why should I make amends with some stupid loser like you when you held such a grudge over me for years, huh? I was never intending for us to still be friends.
I really can't believe what you're saying right now. Do you know how stupid and awful you're being right now? How could you be so cruel and use me like this?
Well, all you are, Kylie, is a complete and utter loser who lost their man to me. On top of that, you're an idiot who still holds a grudge about something that happened in high school. You're a loser.
How can you do something so horrible to someone who actually did used to be great friends with you until you did all these horrible things? You've twisted the whole story. I thought that you were actually sincerely my best friend and that we're close, and now you're turning around and doing this? But this has all been a huge lie, hasn't it?
I guess you can call it that if you're going to overthink every single thing I said to you. You should have gotten my hints from the beginning. So please, go home early, all right? I hate to say this, but there were no seats for losers from the very start. Only my real friends are invited to my wedding today, okay? We'll have lots of fun.
But don't you see? I'm the only one who came to the ceremony today. I think I'm literally the only person here that's actually trying to support you. Did you think about that?
I'm sorry, but just hold a minute there, Kylie. What on earth are you even talking about? What do you mean that you're the only one at the venue? You're talking crap.
Well, I've got no reason to lie about this, Monica. I'm telling you right now that you've got zero true friends. I was the only person on the bus for the attendees from the airport. As I expected, when I arrived at the wedding venue, none of and your friends and none of the groom's friends were there. Like I said, you've got zero real friends. I think most of the guests decided to not come for some reason or another. It's kind of crazy that not a single guest thought it would be good to RSVP to this wedding.
Okay, now hold on a minute. Are you seriously kidding me right now? Is this some kind of sick joke? There's actually no one sitting waiting for us in the wedding hall?
Maybe you can start to think of why no one's actually here for you or your groom. Monica, the groom's friends had told him in advance that they decided they wouldn't be going.
What? I didn't think they had the guts to do that. Did those stupid people really just cancel on us at the last minute? This is unbelievable. They've got some nerve. But how on earth do you know this?
Yes. I even contacted the bride's guest about what was going on. I was so disappointed with the groom's lack of money that they decided to cancel. So I guess the wedding will be ruined, so you should be aware of that. But just continue with the wedding even though all the seats will be empty. Honestly, you two are the worst.
Are you actually seriously kidding me right now? How could you do this to me and my groom? So you think it would be funny to tell my guests not to come?
Hey, all I was doing was to reduce the trouble that would be caused because of this wedding. I wanted to minimize the damage caused by the cancellations. The groom's friends are actually very kind and considerate people, and they just want their money. Because of that, they decided to cancel at the last minute.
How dare they do something like this to us? We've done so much for those stupid people, and they should be here. Ugh, this is so frustrating, and this is all your fault.
Excuse me? How was any of this my fault? If all of this was going to get ruined by your attitudes, there was no need for the guests to come to this anyway. That's what your friends were saying. Also, on top of that, your friends also started saying the same thing, one person after the other.
What the heck are you even talking about? How could you seriously have known all of this was happening and not tell me? Are you getting back at me or something?
Hey, I'm telling you now that I had no idea of any of this. Not only the groom, but you are also in a ton of debt, aren't you, Monica? In a way, you are the perfect couple.
Whoa now. Just hold on a minute there, Kylie. I don't owe my friends that much money at all. Neither of us do. I literally borrowed some money just so I could buy some juice. It's really impossible to cancel at the last minute for something as small as that. I can't believe they would turn on me like this. How dare they do this without saying anything to me?
Well, I can understand why they did, and I honestly think you're not telling the whole truth here. That one-time amount that you mentioned might not be a big deal in your eyes, but if you keep asking for money and it starts to build up over time, and it turns into a decent amount of money that you owe, like you were back then, that kind of sneaky thing that you've been doing recently was something that you used to do back in the day, when we used to hang out as teenagers. You haven't changed. You would borrow the bare minimum amount of money without being turned down, and then not pay it back at all. You were being so stingy. I've been lending you money since we were kids. You've never paid me back for anything that I've paid for you, Monica. Have you forgotten that I've been calculating everything you've not paid for me since you broke off our friendship? I made a note of the amount that I lent you, which came to a total of about $3,000. When we ended our friendship, did you know what I made you do? You scraped together all of the New Year's money that you earned from your family and all the pocket money that you earned and somehow paid me in full.
Well, of course I remember doing that, but I only did that back then because I had no intention of making up with you ever again. Stop screwing things up for me.
Once I'm gone, you'll do the same thing to another friend and so on until you end up with so much debt. This is the result, Monica. Even if it's not a huge amount each time, altogether you owe a considerate amount of money.
But it's not something that would make people cancel their invitations to my own wedding day. It makes no sense. How dare they? This is definitely going too far.
Well, it's up to the people who are being trampled to decide that, not me. It's not up to you to make them come. You decided to borrow money and never pay it back. Also, I think that you should ask the groom again about the amount of debt he's in so that you can all start giving it back to the people who actually are very generous towards horrible people. I heard something from the groom's friend that the moment he owes all his friends is a pretty big deal. You're both adults and you should know better than to use people like this.
Wait, what are you talking about? But none of this makes any sense to me. He's only borrowed about $1,000 from each person, so I don't know why it's a big deal.
You know what I'm going to do, Monica? I'll send you a memo summarizing everyone's bill now, and then you'll see how bad the situation is. You'll be in shock to hear it, I bet. You probably won't be able to have a wedding anyway, so take your time and discuss this with the groom, all right? I'll go home now.
What? Why? What the heck is going on here? You need to explain everything to me right now. What's going on here? What's actually the problem with my husband?
He may be in a huge amount of debt, but he's also lying to you about what kind of life he has. You do know that he's already married and has a child, right?
He has kids? That's a lie. There's no way he's married. He told me that he was single. How can this be? Oh my God, everything is completely ruined. After all, he proposed to me and is planning to marry me now. I don't understand. Is he seriously living a double life right now? How can he be two-timing and have a whole other family out there?
I understand how you feel, and I get that it's hard to believe, but this is the truth. I found out on the invitation because his name matched to my superior. It's kind of crazy, but it's definitely true. I've even given him a congratulatory gift for getting married before. Just the other day, I gave him a gift for his newborn baby, and then all of a sudden he's on your invitation. It didn't add up.
So it's a lie, a total lie. It has to be a lie, otherwise this is just ridiculous. I can't believe this. Why would someone do something like this to me for? How dare he? How could you ruin my day too?
I wasn't intentionally doing that at all, Monica. Well then, you'll be dealing with a canceled wedding on Christmas, and you found out your fiancé's already married. It's going to be tough for you, but hang in there.
Are you kidding me? I heard you invited your wife to the ceremony. What are you gonna do about this? It's a huge mess because of you, you stupid woman.
Congratulations on your marriage, even though you have a wife, Mr. Lloyd. I can't believe that you'd do something like this to your family.
Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Damn it. If I hadn't known that you were Monica's friend, we wouldn't have gotten caught at all. My inferiors always ruin everything.
I'm shocked too. Who would have thought that my friend's fiancé would be my senior? Plus, if you're having a wedding, does that mean you're seriously dating?
No way! Monica's just a fling. I have a loving wife and kids, but she kept asking to get married, so I had no choice but to hold a ceremony to cover it up. I plan to break up with her at a suitable time. I never expected my wife would find out now. How do you even have my wife's contact details in the first place? Have you been stalking me or something?
Didn't I just give you a gift for the baby? After that, she sent half of it back with a letter that had her contact info. She said, if you don't mind, let's exchange contact information. It seems like she's been suffering from your cheating for a long time. She thinks things will settle down now that you have a child, but she asked me to help if anything happens. So I saved her contact info. Wow, I never thought I'd actually have to help her. I've already passed along all the information I had about your affair with Monica. Oh, as well as that, I gave her more details about your recent workdays and Sundays off that she seemed curious about. Now she knows how you really treat people.
You've got to be kidding! Why are you sending my personal information without asking? You're quite the efficient and skilled junior, aren't you?
I suppose I am. Your wife complimented me on that. Now go and have a nice chat with her. I'm sure she's got a lot to say to you, Mr. Lloyd.
Seriously, what the hell? At times like this, juniors should help their seniors. Do you have any idea how much I've helped you at the company? I could have fired you, you know.
Yeah, but I know you won't, Mr. Lloyd. Now that I found out about this, I don't remember being helped by you, though. Sure, you've dumped a lot of work on me, but have you ever done anything to actually help me? Well, you might have served as a good example of what not to be in the workplace. Thanks for being a great role model of how not to act as an adult.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm your superior and I outrank you. You're not to say anything more to anyone otherwise, you'll never work in this town ever again. Damn it! Are you serious? Is this how you treat your senior? You think that you're going to get away with this? Can't you just back off and stay out of my business for once?
This has got to be the worst thing to ever happen to me. Why didn't you tell me sooner that he's married? Because of that, I was embarrassed yesterday.
Even if you say that, I only found out on the day itself. How was I supposed to know what was going to happen? You're better off without him, just saying.
Still, there are better ways to communicate this. You should have contacted his wife without asking. Suddenly she shows up and my parents nearly fainted.
I wanted to find the right timing, but I only had the choice to either stand or leave, so I had to do what I had to do. Just think what he's done, Monica. He's being such an idiot when it comes to money and what he owes to everyone, and he can't get away with two-timing women. It's not fair on you or his wife.
Don't mess with me. Are you trying to say it's my fault? You've always been so frustrating. You're always getting in my way. I don't want to have to ever see you again. You've ruined my wedding.
Should we just stop being friends then? I'm hurt too, you know. I never thought you disliked me this much. I always thought we had a good friendship. And by the way, I'm not the one who's ruined your wedding. I just made things move along faster in terms of finding out. You've been so horrible to me throughout this entire process. You're the one who insisted that I come to your wedding and ditch my business trip. Then you said you wanted me to say a speech at the wedding, and then you turn around on the day that I have no seat? What's with that, Monica? Do you really think you can just use me like this to make yourself look good on social media? You're literally the worst friend I've had to deal with in my life. I don't need this type of toxicity from anyone anymore. I want to live my life right, and that's what I try to do today. I try to do what is right for everyone.
Are you trying to tell me that I deserved what I got today? The man I thought was in love with me had a double life. Everyone should be feeling sorry for me.
Well, I don't, because you've been treating me like crap. I did what was needed, and now I'm wanting you out of my life and away from me. Stop whining and get over it, like you told me all those years ago. After that whole drama, Monica found out that Mr. Lloyd was indeed married and had his own wife and children across town. No compensation was sought after from his wife, as nothing was known by either party, but it seems the even bigger shock was that Monica lost a really good friend in the process. She's been whining and moaning about how she's lost all her friends and that Mr. Lloyd is the only person she has left by her side, and she told him to get a divorce and to be with her. She made such a huge fuss over it. Even though his wife had forgiven him, she later found out that he was still in contact with Monica and they were talking to each other still. In the end, he was asked to pay compensation to his wife for causing her so much distress and having to look after the baby all the time. So, Kylie Sr. finally got a divorce, and she heard that he ended up losing all of his assets due to the alimony he owed. That included child support and property division. The company heard about all of this, and they did an investigation into Mr. Lloyd. He was demoted for using travel expenses in a wrong manner and was being problematic. Kylie was then promoted to his position in the company.
Hey, I'll be working late again today, so don't bother with dinner.
What? Late again?
What's with that reaction? I'm always working late, aren't I?
Yeah, but today's my birthday.
You didn't mention anything about plans.
I thought it was obvious we'd spend time together. We always have.
Huh? So what?
We've celebrated my birthday together for the past 5 years.
Like I said, so what?
Even if you forgot today was my birthday, you could at least pretend to care. It just slipped your mind, didn't it?
Of course I remember it's your birthday. You're turning 40 today. But there's no point in celebrating some middle-aged woman's birthday.
Excuse me?
What? You're acting like I said something wrong.
You've never talked to me like this before.
Don't tell me you wanted to celebrate together. Stop acting so excited about aging another year when you're just an old hag in your 40s.
What did you just say?
Why are you getting so worked up?
Because my husband is suddenly treating me like I'm worthless.
I mean, I'd understand celebrating if it was some cute girl in her teens or 20s. But what's fun about celebrating a 40-year-old's birthday? I didn't even feel like getting you a present.
People can enjoy their birthdays at any age, and you're being awful, calling me an old hag over and over. I can't believe you talked to your wife like that.
Last year you didn't make such a big deal about your birthday.
Last year you brought me flowers and took me to dinner.
Yeah, well, that was then. This is now. Ugh, to think my wife is some woman in her 40s. Why did I even marry an older woman? I wish I could go back to before we got married.
What? Are you saying you regret marrying me?
What else do you think I meant?
After 5 years together, this is how you really feel?
Obviously. It's hard looking at your bare face every morning, and your body's all saggy now. Having a wife like you, all I have is regret. Once you're in your 40s, doing your makeup won't be enough to cover up how old you are.
How could you?
You asked how I really feel, didn't you? I'm just being honest.
I never asked to be insulted.
Man, all my friends have young, cute wives and seem so happy. Why did I end up marrying someone 7 years older than me?
What's with that attitude? You're the one who pursued me, saying you liked older women.
Huh?
You chased me for months, said you loved my maturity. In the beginning, I was concerned about our 7-year age gap too, but you said I don't mind at all. You convinced me that it didn't really matter how old we both were. That's why I gathered the courage to marry you. Why have you gotten so cold towards me since we got married?
I was just going through an older woman phase back then. People's preferences change over time, don't they?
A phase? Our marriage was just a phase to you? So I'm not your type anymore? You don't love me anymore?
Do you really need me to spell it out?
Yes, actually, I deserve that much.
Stop being so annoying when you're just an old hag. Anyway, I'm going back to work. You can celebrate your birthday by yourself.
Tom, we need to talk about this. At least tell me what changed. Tom? Happy birthday, Sarah. Finally joining the 40s club. I've been waiting ever since my birthday came first. Thanks, Kate. It's nice to have friends who still celebrate with you at this age. Don't say it like that. 40 is the new 30. I wish Tom felt that way. Doesn't he? Hey, we should celebrate with some drinks soon. For now, enjoy your evening with Tom. Actually, I'm alone tonight. Looks like my 40th birthday is starting with a lonely evening. Oh, really? Did something happen? He's working late again. Hey, why don't you join me for dinner? We could go get some nice wine to celebrate my birthday. I'm up for it, but what about Tom? Aren't you two celebrating together? He says he's working late again. Plus, he told me there's no point in celebrating a 40-year-old's birthday. He said what? Want to hear something worse? Tell me everything. He said I shouldn't get excited about something like a birthday at 40. He didn't even get me a present and doesn't want to celebrate. You're kidding, right? You can enjoy your birthday at any age. That's what I thought too, but Tom seems to think differently. About that, there's something you should know. What is it? What's this about working late? That's strange. Considering how quickly he left the office today, he clocked out at 5 p.m. right on the dot. What? You saw Tom leaving work on time? I was going to tell you the next time we met, but I actually changed jobs, and coincidentally, now I work at Tom's company. Really? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I just started last week. I was planning to surprise you. Though we're not on the same floor, I'm actually his superior. And today I saw him leaving earlier than anyone else. I thought it was sweet, assuming he was rushing home for your birthday celebration. Well, he's definitely not at work right now. Hey, can I ask something? How much overtime do people usually do at the company? Oh, why are you asking that? Tom's been staying late at work a lot lately, including tonight. I hate to be suspicious, but I wonder if he's really working. Sarah, I need to be honest with you. What is it? To be honest, hardly anyone works overtime. The company has a 0 overtime policy, and upper management works hard to maintain that. That's one of the reasons I chose to transfer here. What? Then where has he been going all this time? He's not at work right now, is he? No, he's definitely not here. Has this been happening often? I've only been here a week, but... But what? He's left early every day this week. And he told me he was working late every single one of those days. We have to look into this, but first, let's spend tonight together. It's your birthday, we should celebrate. I just made a reservation at this great wine bar I know. Thanks, Kate. And Sarah? Yes? Whatever's going on with Tom, we'll figure it out together. You should celebrate your birthday to the fullest, no matter your age. Tomorrow's your day off, so let's drink to our heart's content tonight. Forget about Tom. You're right, better than sitting here alone. I'll pick you up in 30 minutes. Thanks, Kate, I really needed this today. That's what friends are for. And Sarah? Yes? Save those messages from Tom, just in case. You think something's really wrong, don't you? Let's talk about it over wine. I'll be there soon.
Sarah, we're getting divorced. I'll let you off the hook for alimony, so just sign the divorce papers right now.
What? You can't just announce something like this out of nowhere.
I left the divorce papers in the living room cabinet. I won't be coming home today, so use that time to sign them and submit them.
You left early this morning just to message me something like this? And what's this about letting me off the hook for alimony? I haven't done anything that would require me to pay you.
Being old isn't enough?
Being old isn't grounds for divorce.
What? You've done plenty. You're 7 years older than me, an old hag. You made me feel embarrassed countless times because of that.
Excuse me? Name one time I embarrassed you.
Do you know how much I've been laughed at because you became my wife? My friends are always bragging about their young wives. Do you know how humiliating that's been?
Your friends knew my age when we got married. So what if your wife is older? You could have just said my wife is an amazing woman and stood up for me.
Ha! What's so amazing about you? There's nothing praiseworthy about a 40-year-old hag.
That's enough. You have been nothing but insulting lately. Didn't you used to say older women were more attractive and mature? You used to compliment me all the time.
Maybe that was fine back then, but things are different now. You're too settled down. It's boring being with you.
What? So I'm boring now?
Women should be charming, energetic, and cute. And it's even better if their skin is soft and smooth.
Sorry I'm not soft and smooth anymore.
Yeah, your skin is all rough and saggy.
I've been trying my best to keep up with you despite my age. I take care of my appearance and spend a lot of money on skincare.
Still, you can't compete with someone in their real 20s. May's skin is like heaven compared to yours.
Who's May?
Actually, I already have my next partner. She's a cute junior who joined the company as a new graduate this year. Once I divorce you, I'll be with someone in their 20s.
What? You're the one who should be paying alimony. So you've been fooling around with someone in their 20s, a junior at your company no less. You're completely at fault. Is this where you've been all those late nights?
Why should I pay anything? If you weren't an old hag, I wouldn't have cheated. So basically, this isn't my fault, and I don't need to pay anything.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, did I say something wrong?
Let me get this straight. You cheated and somehow it's my fault?
You got old. What else was I supposed to do?
Fine. I didn't realize you were such a dishonest person. Since you already have your next woman lined up, we might as well divorce.
For an old hag, you're being pretty reasonable. Old people are usually so stubborn.
Let's just say I'm good at moving on. That's something you learn with age. I'll go submit the divorce papers right away.
Great, thanks. Make sure you pack your stuff and move out right away.
What?
Obviously, we're getting divorced. This apartment is leased under my name. Once we're divorced, my ex-wife has no right to live here. I'm going to live here with my girlfriend, so you need to get out.
Excuse me? Aren't you the one who should be moving out?
Huh?
Don't tell me you've misunderstood something this important. This apartment is leased under my name.
What are you talking about? You're the one who's confused. We rented this apartment under my name when we got married.
Well, that was the original plan, but don't you remember? The landlord rejected you. That's why we had to quickly change it to my name.
What?
Check the lease agreement if you don't believe me.
There's no way.
This apartment has a great location, and the rent reflects that. With my higher salary as the older one, I could easily afford it. But it would have been a stretch with your income. Remember how the real estate agent said the lease had to be under the name of the person with the higher income?
Now that you mention it, I think the real estate agent did say something like that.
So this apartment is leased under my name. In other words, to use your own words, my cheating ex-husband has no right to live here.
Oh, wait, you're lying.
Want me to show you the paperwork? So you'll be the one moving out. I'll submit the divorce papers and you can go look for a new place with your mistress. I'll have your things sent there.
Oh, no, this is terrible. She was looking forward to living in this apartment.
Oh, really? Well, that's not my problem.
Please, I need you to move out. Let me take over the lease.
Why don't you just rent another apartment? You don't have to be fixated on this one.
Only lower floor units are available now. This is a pretty popular building, and she insists on this one. She fell in love with the view when I brought her here the other day.
Ugh, disgusting. You brought her to our apartment? This place suddenly feels dirty.
Then you should definitely move out. I'll pay for all the moving expenses.
And the alimony too, of course. If you pay for everything, I might consider moving. Whatever the reason, cheating is cheating. If you want a divorce, you're absolutely paying alimony. If you can't accept these terms, I won't leave this apartment.
How much are we talking about?
Enough to cover a new apartment, moving expenses, and compensation for breaking our marriage contract.
Fine, I'll pay everything. I'll pay it all. Just please give us this apartment.
Then we have a deal. I'll go submit the divorce papers right away. Oh, and Tom?
What now?
I hope the view is worth it. So, you're Tom's ex-wife. You're the greedy old hag who stole all his money. How dare you make my Tom suffer? Huh, so you must be Tom's mistress. Don't call me that. I am nothing like you. Oh, and what am I like exactly? I am Tom's wife now. We registered our marriage yesterday, and we're living together starting today. Is that so? Well, congratulations. I don't want congratulations from some old hag. If you're going to say anything, how about returning the money? Money? I haven't borrowed anything from him. Stop playing dumb. I really have no idea what you're talking about. Tom told me everything. How you threw a tantrum because you didn't want to leave the apartment. How you extorted a huge sum of money from him. Poor Tom had to lose so much money just to get rid of his ex-wife. Oh, so that's how he explained it? What's that supposed to mean? Did he tell you why he paid? Because you threatened him. You were trying to get revenge, weren't you? But your petty old lady tricks won't work on us. What's so funny? Just remembering what it was like to be young and naive. Money can always be earned again, and we both work for a major company. Unlike you, we're still young. We'll get regular raises and eventually become a power couple. You can just keep collecting your retirement money, you divorced old hag. My, young people really are fearless, aren't they? Or maybe just optimistic, or should I say completely clueless. You're definitely showing your age, little girl. What did you say? Don't talk down to me just because you're older. You probably think everything's going to work out perfectly, don't you? Stealing a husband from a 40-year-old woman living in your dream apartment as newlyweds. But you know, life doesn't always go the way you plan, though I suppose a stupid little girl like you wouldn't understand that yet. You're not making any sense, and stop calling me a little girl. I am a successful career woman. Tom and I are going to have a perfect life with 120% happiness. We'll be together at work, together at home, and I am so happy being with the person I love 24/7. About that work situation, I hate to break it to you, but you're both about to get fired. What? You're lying. Wait and see. Why would we get fired? You're seriously not making any sense. Wait, is this early onset dementia or something? What an incredibly rude little girl. But I suppose you're a perfect match for a cheater. Take that back. Why, it's true, isn't it? We did nothing wrong. Really? Nothing at all? What are you implying? You'll find out the details at work. See you. Wait, what do you mean? Answer me. Hello? I delivered the termination notices this morning as planned. They both went completely pale. I even gave them a warning, but I guess they weren't prepared. You should have seen their faces. Tell me everything. May started crying. Tom just kept stammering excuses. I couldn't believe Tom's affair partner was someone from the same company. Thanks for letting me know right away. When you told me, I had a bad feeling, so I investigated. They were doing whatever they wanted during work hours. We don't need employees who aren't serious about their work. So I'm glad we could handle this. They must have been pretty reckless to get caught in just a few days. They thought they were being subtle. How bad was it? They were chatting during work hours, using meeting rooms for personal use, and even having their rendezvous there. When I presented all the evidence, they quickly accepted the termination. I can't believe they were doing things like that at work. Neither could HR. Besides, I personally had issues with May. Thanks to this, I finally got to deal with her. Oh, really? That girl was quite problematic. She looked down on older female employees just because she was young. I was a particular target since I'm still single, and even though I was her superior, she often disrespected me. What a terrifying girl. You have no idea. She once told me I should hurry and get married before it's too late. At work? During a team meeting. Oh, God. Yep, once things settle down, we should have a congratulations on your divorce party. Or maybe a housewarming party for your new place. After all, you got quite a nice place with Tom's money, didn't you? It's bigger than my old place, and I really love it. I'll prepare some great food and drinks, so you should definitely come visit. Looking forward to seeing it. See you then.
Hey, Sarah? If possible, could you lend us some money?
What?
Please, we're desperate.
And you're asking me?
You got quite a bit from me with the alimony and moving expenses, so couldn't you lend us a little? We're both unemployed and struggling with rent. We'll pay you back as soon as we find new jobs.
I'm going to have to firmly decline. I won't lend you two a single penny.
Come on, you used to always grant my request. Where did that kind person go?
That was because you were my husband. I was kind and did everything for you because we were family. Plus, I wanted to be a good older wife, but now we're divorced. We're strangers.
We have history together.
History you threw away.
Yeah, but we only just got divorced. Don't turn cold so suddenly.
But you were praising me earlier for being such an understanding old hag. I understand my position now that we're divorced very well. This must make you happy.
Well, that's... please, Sarah, just this once.
Ask your young wife's parents.
They won't help us.
Neither will I. Well, I guess we're done here. Enjoy your unemployed newlywed life with May.
Sarah, wait!
Eventually, Tom and May had to leave the apartment they'd fought so hard to get. They frantically searched for new jobs, but their salaries dropped by 30%. Between the property division, alimony, and moving expenses, Tom was left practically penniless. May, being a fresh graduate, had almost no savings, making it impossible to afford the rent at the premium apartment. They ended up living in a small apartment, living quite modestly. As for me, I moved to an apartment near where my friend Kate lives, and we spend our weekends visiting each other's places, drinking and having fun on our days off.